Folks, we're just going to wait a few more minutes. I know the parking lot is pretty full. We have continuing education here tonight. The band is practicing. Bando's in the audience. You guys are here, right? Excellent. Okay. And the school's generally pretty busy on Wednesday nights, so we're just going to wait about another 5 minutes or so to begin. Thanks for your patience.
Oh, sorry, excuse me, let me go. I didn't know. Oh, excuse me, let me go call my husband and tell him.
Welcome to the Academic Letter Awards Night. Tonight's event is designed to recognize students for a very specific achievement. This evening, we honor students who earned a 3.5 or higher GPA during the last academic year. I love this award because it honors students who work diligently to achieve to the best of their ability. Before us are students who have that wonderful combination of grit and integrity. The grit to power through when the workload gets tough, and the integrity to put forth their best effort. As educators, we know that these traits are fostered by parents who teach their children there is no such thing as a free lunch. These are the traits that universities and employers seek. These are the traits that make the American dream sustainable. We are blessed to have such great kids who make us very proud. Students, you have represented your families and Conant High School in an exemplary manner, and we thank you. I'd like to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Greg Gillette from the Social Studies Department. Mr. Gillette will retire at the end of this year after 38 years of teaching and impacting thousands of students' lives. Thank you.
Sounds like me, actually. Thank you. Good evening. Congratulations for achieving or maintaining your academic award status. Whether this achievement was due to your own self-motivation or your parental expectations and persuasion, you should be proud of your accomplishment. Setting high standards for performance is a critical aspect of achievement. I learned this lesson back in high school. All that my parents cared about was that I didn't get some girl pregnant or end up in jail. I succeeded in spite of their encouragement. However, it was a hard road to slog. I realize that your current academic focus is primarily on high school. For our seniors, college is right around the corner. However, all of you are developing what economists call human capital. This refers to your innate intelligence, character, education, training, skills, and experience. This is what you bring to the marketplace to secure a job or to start a business. And please understand that the primary focus of high school is to sooner or later find a career. Human capital has always been important to economic success. However, since the 1990s, it has become more crucial. This is due to the transformation of our economy from a post-industrial, mass-producing society to a knowledge-based one. A knowledge-based economy is one characterized by an accelerated pace of technology and scientific advancement, as well as rapid obsolescence. This means that current know-how and skills will soon be replaced by new ones. This requires skilled workers to continually upgrade their expertise to keep pace with the change. The key component to a knowledge economy is a greater reliance on intellectual capabilities than on machines or natural resources. There have been several factors that are behind this economic transformation. First, technologies like the personal computer and the internet have produced global, interconnected communities that pool a huge amount of information. Individuals that can access, analyze, and synthesize this information will be better positioned to innovate and to adjust to the rapidly changing landscape of economic life. A second factor contributing to the new knowledge economy is globalization. As companies trade across national borders, they encounter new opportunities as well as competitive pressures. Workers also face new challenges. It is not enough that Americans have to compete with their countrymen. Companies now can recruit globally or outsource tasks to foreign workers. Your human capital is faced with a much larger playing field. I can summarize my first point as your education will not end at high school or college. Forces will require you to continue to develop your human capital throughout your career. You cannot stand still anymore. The rate of change is actually escalating. The second point of my address is to do with the sponge approach to education. Many, if not most of my students, get filled up by my instruction only to wring themselves dry during the test, thereby retaining very little of what I've taught. Please recall that a sponge is a sea-bottom dwelling creature that is not high in the food chain, so I would be careful about what you emulate. Potential workers need more than good grades. They have to actually know something. When your graduate advisor or employer realizes that there is no substance behind that fancy resume, your days will be numbered. Human capital refers to knowledge that you have retained and can use, not grades. In an ever-changing market economy like ours, not all human capital is valued the same. You have to possess knowledge and skills that employers are looking for. Following your heart in regards to a career might not be the best way to choose your future path. You would best be advised to research employment patterns to see if your profession is growing or dying, because it's certainly going to change. You do not want to pay for an expensive college education where there are little or no job prospects in spite of your passion. One more thought to consider. You will be doing yourself no favor if you set your sights on a career that is beyond your ability. This does not mean you should not push yourself. However, I have students in my law class who want to be a lawyer yet cannot do my simple legal brief assignments. Or students who aspire to be a PhD in economics when they can't get even a B in my AP economics class. Be realistic with your abilities and willingness to develop the appropriate human capital. Please take with you tonight the following thoughts. Stop shadowboxing with your high school education. Attack it with the resolve to actually learn something as opposed to only getting good grades. It is what you know that's important in the job market. Expect that you will be a lifelong learner. Education does not stop with a college degree. Our changing economy demands that if you want to be viable in your chosen field of endeavor, also choose a career that's a reflection of your talents as well as your interests, and make sure there's a future in it for you. Also consider reading much more than you do. I humbly submit myself as an example. I have read hundreds of books, magazines, and newspapers trying to deepen and broaden my knowledge. Spending less time with the social media may be a good place to start. When I was in high school, I was the classic underachiever. If we had an academic award, I wouldn't have been in the ballpark, much less on the field. However, in the late 1960s, you did not need to go to college to get a good or decent job. Most of my classmates didn't go to college or didn't graduate from one. The consequences for not developing your human capital in those days were low. I had a second chance. You guys face a different world. You're off to a great start grade-wise. However, your greater challenge and opportunity is to develop your skill set of actual knowledge and experience. There's a brave new world out there to conquer if you are armed with what truly matters. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Gillette. Sorry about that. Okay. We're going to begin this evening recognizing our Junior Academic Awards recipients. But before that, I'd like to personally thank both the juniors and the seniors for the way they came to tonight's event. In the last few years, Conant kids have truly made this a dignified event for them, for you, their parents, and for us, the faculty and staff. And I think if you pay attention to these kids as they come up to get their awards, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'd like you to give them a round of applause for the way they came to the community. Okay, if the first row would please stand up. Andrea, Jonathan Meyer, Spencer Metcalf, William Wright, and Lisa Yang. Ladies and gentlemen, the junior recipients. Wonderful. Thank you for your understanding. We run practice during the day, and sometimes the kids show at practice and then don't make it to tonight's event, and vice versa. And I appreciate your patience, and I appreciate the collaboration and the cooperation of the junior class. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our 2014 Academic Award recipients, seniors, which is quite a feat for what they've accomplished. If that first row would please stand, led by the lovely Miss Francesca Altabelli. Gilbert Bueuburi. Nathaniel Clausen. Madeline Demerit. Shubit Darindarka. Anna Fane. Vanessa Lewinsky. Alyssa Mariconda. George Mussman. Arpan Patel. Tejas Patel. Daniel Roa. Jacqueline Schumann. And Alexandra Urbanski. Okay. John Michael Abado. Elisa Ambrose. Mohit Bangla. Robin Barr. Brianna Benson. Samantha Burrish. Megan Callahan. Robert Carlos. Leah Soleric. Caitlin Chantry. Jaskaran Chima. William Chen. Mohan Chenakasevalu. That's my second favorite name. Clayton, Leanne Clayton. Kevin Courtney. Zachary Cox. Matthew Krantz. Paul Deludio. Luke Downey. Diana Durr. Caitlin Eder. Annie Egan. Michael Einig. Owen Flash. Michael Frail. Michelle Frawley. Glenn Wang. Dario Kaikis. Angela Killian. Katie Kopp. Michael Lampert. Catherine Lomas. Robert McCutcheon. Matthew Myers. Emily Miller. Natalie Moore. Heather O'Brien. Andrea Palazzo. Dara Patel. Rima Patel. Nisha. Rima Patel. Andrea Perez Collin. Neil Patel. Shama Patel. Shlak Patel. Vishal Patel. Yogi Patel. Smith Patel. Brandon Rafidi. Brooke Roller. Haley Rothstein. Melissa Schroeder. Emily Singh. Andrea Story. Matthew Thilmani. Jessica Viverito. Jordan Wagner. Taylor Wadens. Alexandra Wilmot. And as a special treat, the young man's name who I didn't read. Daniel Roy. Senior Academic Awards recipients for 2014. Mr. Roy, my apologies, but like the U.S. military, we don't leave anyone behind here at Conant.
I do want to remind everyone that afterwards the Booster Club has generously provided refreshment in the lobby. Parents, thank you for your continued support of your students and Conant High School and its mission. Students, please consider the words of wisdom from Mr. Gillette. Remember also that wisdom is the exercise of combining knowledge and experience into useful, fruitful decision-making. And thank your parents for their wisdom, because without it, most of you would not be here. Think about it. And in this century, the 21st century, you really can achieve your goals. This can be your century, as long as you have the wisdom necessary to navigate the change and challenges that are ahead of you. Congratulations on your accomplishment to this point. Good luck to you in your future academic endeavors. And Godspeed. We are adjourned.